Welcome back to the show. Oops, I kicked the chair. I hope you at home aren't now motion sick from where I kicked the chair that I have kind of clamped the camera to. I don't know what I did here, but anyway, there is no earthquake. That was not the dinosaurs getting loose from Exhibit Hall A at Jurassic Quest. We are in Hall C at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, and shockingly few people are on the floor right now. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just a Friday. Maybe everyone's taking a nap. Who knows what's going on? But we are right here with you. Welcome to the SIGCSE Coffee Break Show. My name is Mark Sherriff.
Hi, I'm Sarah Heckman.
That was the cue. There you go.
Thank you. Small delay. It's the afternoon. I need some caffeine.
What's actually unique this time is my co-host is here on time.
Yes.
Because the last...
The conference is over. I'm won.
Yeah. No, you win. Yeah. You just win. That's fine. That's great. How's it been? How's the conference been so far?
It's been great. Yeah, I've gone to lots of great things.
So far, there's not a ton of conference left.
There's still some good stuff left at the conference.
Oh, there is. Yeah. There absolutely is some good stuff left. Matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and talk about that right now? So we're jumping over here to the syllabus, looking at what is coming up for the rest of today into tomorrow. So we, of course, got the Coffee Break Show right now at 3 o'clock. At 3:45, an online-only panel or paper session. Yes, I can. Yep, reading's fundamental on tech. Okay, I know you're not program chair this year, but why do we name something just techniques? That's kind of
teaching techniques, pedagogical techniques. I don't know, interpretive dance techniques.
Skateboarding techniques?
Yeah, dinosaur techniques.
It could be all of them. You won't know until you show up. So show up at the 3:45 paper session for that. Now there are two business meetings tonight. 5:10 is the SIGCSE board meeting, which we do want everyone to be able to participate in that, whether you are here or at home in virtual land, because every member of SIGCSE should have the ability to ask questions of the board, find out what's going on, see what the budget looks like, and how your dues money is being spent. There's always good conversation, sometimes a little spicy conversation, but usually it's just good solid conversation about other things. Now, I do have to ask the chair of the TS steering committee about the Technical Symposium Steering Committee consultation session, which sounds very fancy.
Super fancy. So we're going to do a short overview of what the steering committee has been up to, a little bit about the future of the Technical Symposium. We are going to have a little bit of fun. We want to try to invite people to think about brainstorming if we were to rename the Technical Symposium to not have SIGCSE in it, so we can separate it from SIGCSE the organization. What would it be? So we definitely want to brainstorm what could this look like, and get feedback from the community. So there'll be time to ask questions and give us feedback.
Can it be dinosaur themed? That's just on my mind right now.
Maybe.
It's just on my mind. In case people that haven't remembered, because I haven't said it enough times. My ticket for Jurassic Quest started 10 minutes ago. So every minute I'm talking to you is 1 minute I'm not riding an inflatable dinosaur. And
if he does, we're going to try to get videos of it. We'll put some pictures.
There's no way they're going to let me ride those dinosaurs. There's absolutely no. There's going to be like a 6-year-old like, Mommy, why is the strange man in the hat on the dinosaur? It's my turn. Anyway, tomorrow morning is the closing plenary, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I know it's Saturday. But Jamaica Burge, intersectionality is CS education.
Worth getting up early for. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely worth getting up early for. One more coffee break show tomorrow at 10 a.m. when we talk to the chairs of St. Louis, so that you can hopefully, if you can make it to St. Louis, or we talk about virtual options for St. Louis, and who knows, all the different things, because the world's a fun place right now. Anyway, so there are still some online sessions after the last coffee break show. You can see those right there, and we'll, of course, talk about them tomorrow as well, including nifty assignments. So, fun and exciting. So, has I was trying to ask about the steering committee. Has like how much how do I even put this? How much work do you do on the steering committee? Is this like right now it's just a constant like barrage, or is it like,
So we try to keep it pretty steady, and so we meet every 3 or 4 weeks, and we're able to be available to help the chairs of the conference. But one of our things is to really look towards the future of the conference and future leadership of the conference. And so one of the things we really want to emphasize is getting people in the community involved. Start off as a reviewer or start off as an author, move to a reviewer, go to APC, join the organizing committee, and eventually become program chair, symposium chair, or join the steering committee afterwards. Lots of pathways.
Lots of pathways, which is what we are talking about here today.
Yes.
Other options, other ways to get involved, which we're always excited to bring the Queen of SIGCSE, Her Royal Majesty herself, Adrienne Decker. Welcome back to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Mark. Always a pleasure.
Get your butt back over here. Look, I have the names.
My bad.
Can I be Sarah this time?
We can do whatever. Sure.
See, this is the thing. I have to obviously make these overlays.
Yeah.
During the previous session, because I'm trying to get it done very quickly. And I don't know where we're going to stand, and so I have to just arbitrarily decide, this is where you will be, this is where you will be.
Well, now we figured it out.
We figured it out.
It's all good.
Anyway,
We are.
So,
for those that don't know, Adrienne Decker, who has been symposium chair, has been board chair, is currently board chair residence. What's it called?
Immediate past chair.
Immediate past chair. Board chair emeritus.
Soon.
But also in charge of the elections committee.
yes, as chair of the elections.
So every 3 years, how does this work?
So every 3 years, the board goes up for election, the entire board. And so 2025 is an election year for SIGCSE. And so the positions of chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, and at-large are open for election. And so we solicit from the community who is interested in serving potentially on the board for the next 3 years and come up with an election slate. The slate gets published. Elections will occur in April, May.
Okay.
You need to be an active SIGCSE member to receive a ballot. So if you are not currently an active SIGCSE member, and you can check that on myacm.org, and check for your expiration date or whenever your membership lapses.
For your membership expiration, not your personal expiration date.
AI on the website's not that good.
Yeah, no, the website's not that good. But whenever if it is coming before sort of the April-May timeline, then I would recommend renewing so that make sure that you're an active member when the ballots come out. Individual ballots go out to people through email. You vote electronically, and results are announced sometime in June. The new board takes effect July 1.
July 1, it runs for 3 years.
Runs for 3 years, that is correct.
And just so people do know, this is one of those, you get a slight warning email that says, hey, you're going to get an auto-generated looking piece of garbage email. Just, you've seen this sort of email, so you have to kind of watch for it a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's an external committee. It's an external company that runs the elections for ACM, so it doesn't come from SIGCSE. It doesn't come from SIGCSE members. It doesn't come from anyone on the board. It comes from this external group that runs ACM elections.
And if you need to see the election slate, there it is right there. It's also available by Googling. Because I needed to do that to find this in order to put it up here.
The URL escapes me right now, but it is posted on the ACM site. Every SIG that is run, it has elections. The slate is posted on a page on ACM.
Yes, all of them on the same page.
Yes. And he said there's multiple SIGs that are up for elections. So if you are on that page and you don't see anything that looks like SIGCSE, you just need to keep scrolling.
That is true. Because also things like SIGSoft, which is another one that we're both a part of. That's another one that I think is up for election.
Yeah,
I think SIGCSE is also, but I think they're a slightly different time frame. But there are several of those, and it's interesting because when you scroll down that page, I'm not going to try and do it because I'll probably pull up my email and just do something stupid on my computer. But there are some where it's like there's two people to choose from for one position, and that's like the entire thing. But as the third largest SIG,
Yes.
we have a lot of people that are interested, a lot of people that can step forward, and also a lot of positions to fill.
Yes. So we have like I said, we have the named positions: chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer, and there are 2 candidates for each, so you would pick one. And then our member at large, we have 7 candidates running for 3 positions, so you'll be asked to vote for 3 when you get your ballot.
one interesting thing about the board and how it kind of works, and y'all both correct me on this, but we have 5 conferences now.
Six.
Oh, right, 6. Dadgummit, right, because it's the TS, it's ICER, it's IDICE, it's Comp Ed, it's Respect, and it's virtual.
Yes.
Look at that. I did it all. I did the first try. Let's go. There's typically one board member that kind of attaches themselves to each of the conferences.
That's correct. Yes. So each conference has a steering committee, and there's a board member on each of the steering committees. So a board member will be part of the steering committee for each of the 6 conferences.
And then the doctoral consortium.
Yes, and we have there's a doctoral. So what is new and exciting, I think, from my perspective and from the board's perspective, is that we've expanded our doctoral consortium program for the SIG, and so every one of our conferences can and is, I think, going to be hosting a doctoral consortium in 2026. And so we have a steering committee for the doctoral consortia for SIGCSE that is going to help coordinate that across all 6 conferences.
Yeah, we're super thrilled it'll be at the Technical Symposium in 26.
Yes, we are super excited to have the doctoral consortium back at the Technical Symposium.
That's awesome. So, having been not only board chair, but also immediate past board chair, I almost said board chair in residence again. I don't know why that comes to mind. It's been quite the arc, right? Because this was also during 2020, but there's been a lot of. But I've heard you say that it was one of the like signature things in your academic career. I mean, what's it been as a member of the board?
I mean, so I would say the board has definitely been a highlight. Being chair of the board, I had an amazing board that I worked with during my time from 2019 to 2022. I treasure all of the friendships I made and all of the professional connections that I have. I treasure all of the years that I spent before that as the liaison to the Technical Symposium from 2016 to 2019. So I got to meet a whole wonderful group of conference chairs that were running the conference at the time. But probably I would say the highlight was being chair in 2015, running this conference and being the person, along with my partner, running this conference has been the thing that has sort of been, I would say that has been the highlight of my professional career so far.
It's like Kansas City?
It was in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, that joke. Yes, I do appreciate the dad joke level that happens when we do the skits for the next. I appreciate that.
Have to do skits.
You don't have to do
So
skits.
if you're terrified of skits, you can still volunteer.
You have to do skits.
You not have to do skits. And let me be very clear, despite the sort of the fame that the skit for Kansas City has, it was not a skit in the traditional sense.
No, it
that
wasn't.
was us. And Sarah can attest to that because right now we are both on the steering committee, so she
It is
can tell you.
wonderful.
It is like that in real life.
Yes, it is. All the time. It's great.
So
Incentive,
what's it
incentive.
like having them on the steering committee?
Together, yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Come on, no, I'm not recording. You can.
Of course not, of
Of course not. Of course not. I'm not. No.
You know, that's the great thing about this community is like everyone I've worked with has been fabulous. And so getting involved, definitely volunteer.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly something that when talking to the conference chairs tomorrow, that's another thing to be talking about. And of course, there, as James mentioned this morning, James Prather, one of the program chairs for next year, we always need reviewers. We always need quality reviewers. We need people who are going to take reviewing seriously and not, put it through ChatGPT. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed. But also, the role of APC, if you've been reviewing for a while and then helping write the meta reviews and keeping those conversations going. But every conference, like right now, if you're thinking about becoming more involved and you've been reviewing and you kind of understand how things work, now's the time to start reaching out to chairs and say, hey, I'm interested. This is something, is there a junior position I could be thought of for? And I mean, I know that's how I got involved, by being annoying and telling people that, just a little bit. I made a nice website, I think. But anyway, not to oh, never mind. I'm going to stop this. Anyway.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea. So, yes. So, getting involved is great, and also everyone should be getting involved by coming to the board meetings and the open board meeting, the one that's today,
And the steering committee meeting.
and the steering exactly, and the steering committee meeting, so that your voice can be heard. Because one thing certainly that is going to come up, I'm almost certain, is virtual and the future of virtual, and how the role there kind of swings wildly back and forth between how much does it cost versus how much travel can people do, and how all this fits together? These are all questions that we want the whole community to have.
We want to weigh in on because right now we don't have the answer. Yeah. So I mean, I'll go ahead and spoil it. We don't have the answer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I'm just hoping everyone who's watching now is thinking of new names for the technical symposium, which I am trying my best to come up with some on the spot.
I mean, we have some ideas behind the scenes, but I don't want to like bias anyone to like brainstorm. I think it'd be a fun activity. I want to have a fun activity at our steering committee meeting.
Because, okay, also by definition, we're not a symposium.
That is correct.
True.
Right.
We are a conference.
We were a symposium when the symposium started in 1968. But now
Symposium is less than 2 days, right? That's
no, it's attendees. It's by number of attendees.
Okay,
It's
attendees.
under 200 attendees, I believe.
That's like if you have under 200 reviewers is kind of where we're at now.
Right. Yeah. So so we've outgrown symposium a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so.
And like Manuel said during his award thing this morning, we are horrible about cutting the fat, and we got to rethink things. And
right.
Yeah.
So we aren't computer science so much anymore. Like it's computing more generally, and we definitely want to have education in there somewhere. But like, what are the right words together?
Well,
No.
and then also there's also a lot of other conferences that exist, right? And so and SIGCSE hosts a lot of conferences. So we don't want to.
I know.
Right. So how do we keep this one as it is the flagship conference of the organization, right? It was the first, right? Which is why it's named after the organization, because it was our only conference. But now we have 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we think about the other SIGs, all right, so SIG Chi, it's just Chi.
Just Chi.
Which that sounds, I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the Chi is cool, all right? That's where all the cool CS folk
There's
hang
some
out
really
at
good
Chi.
AI papers coming out of this year.
Yeah, I know. And then, SIG Graph is still just SIG Graph.
It is, but also there's SIGGRAPH Asia, there's SIGGRAPH Europe, right? They have other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But for whatever reason, there doesn't seem to be the same kind of confusion between SIGGRAPH the conference and SIGGRAPH the organization. As we have. I cannot tell you how many times being SIGCSE board chair I was asked about running the conference that year. No, actually, I'm kind of overseeing 4 conferences.
Yeah.
So all the time, yeah, right. So the distinction is there, and maybe there are other ways to draw that distinction, but we're not changing the name of the organization. So
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
right. So
It could just be SIGCSE the Technical Symposium.
the technical,
Like we really emphasize the, and then
Like
SIGCSE
the Ohio
the
State.
organization.
yes, the right.
Yeah.
That works.
We'll try to trademark it too.
Right, yeah. TM. Yeah, right. Okay.
I agree.
Well, thank you so much for coming and helping us all understand all that. I'll put the slate up one more time. There we go.
Please vote. Like, these are amazing people, and
Yes.
one of them is going to be the liaison to this steering committee for the technical symposium, and so
That's right. You're picking the person Sarah has to deal with for a few years.
yes.
So there you
pick
go.
well. Pick well.
Yeah, there
Exactly
you
right.
go.
Exactly.
There you go. Fun and exciting. Well, let's pull the syllabus right back up really quick. There we go. So again, at 3:45 this afternoon is that online papers on techniques. If you don't know what the techniques are, you got to go to the session to find out, and you'll learn all about those fancy techniques. But I am going to go ride a dinosaur. So,
And get ice cream on the way. They brought ice
and
cream.
get ice
after
cream.
break.
Don't tell the people at home we have ice cream.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I've been
Go
watching
raid.
people go by, and I'm like, ice cream.
Go raid your fridge, and same experience.
That's right.
Or go down to the nearest 7-Eleven and get a Klondike bar. 'Cause I think that's what we got.
I think that's what they look like.
Yeah,
Klondike
that's what
bars.
they
I think they are. I think they are Klondike bars.
And there's popsicles too.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right. I know where I'm headed.
exactly.
Ice cream's melting, so we got to run. There's one show left. There's a full day tomorrow, so make sure you tune back in tomorrow morning at 8:30 for the closing plenary, the closing keynote. It'll be fantastic, and I'll see you here one more time at 10 o'clock a.m. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Sarah. You'll be back tomorrow at 10, assuming my co-host shows up on time.
Ooh, another task.
Are we gonna? So that's 2 on time and 2 not on time. How are we gonna finish the show?
On
You don't
time.
know. And if I ride a dinosaur, I'll have dino pictures. So
Yes, definitely need the dino pictures.
definitely need dino pictures. Take care. Be safe. See you next time. Bye.